think about the Travis Hunter, Travis Hunter getting married and having no prenup, right?
Man, bro, ain't no fucking way.
Be honest with you, when I was in the league and I played for the Rams, we moved to LA. I think the pressure of like showing up to game day fresh, it was a thing.
She done brought some awareness to WNBA. But let's just be real. The people watching WNBA because of the Caucasian lady, bro.
Yeah.
I saw a video where he was like arguing with people when people was like saying $10 million will last me the rest of my life.
Shit.
He was telling people like, no, it won't.
Oh, you thought this was a game, huh? Oh, you slept, you missed the range, huh? I don't switch sides.
Yo, what it do? It's your boy Brock, and this is the Brockcast. I'm joined with my co-host with the most, Mr. Patty Pat Talk.
Yo, what's good?
Hey, we're talking about being successful for our aspiring athletes and our current pro athletes. Hosted by yours truly, Mr. Mike Brockers, first-round pick, 11-year vet. We're talking about the real stories, real strategies, and real struggles on and off the field. Today's sponsors are Brock Brand Clothing. Be ready, opportunity comes knocking. And Ready Sports Drink. You want something great while you hydrate? Try Ready Sports Drink.
This show is about more than just stats and contracts. It's about the full journey and business moves that you need to make to help build your legacy when the lights go out.
Hey, man, we got a special episode to you. I know I say that all the time, but we do. We got a special episode, man. I'm giving game. I'm dropping a little game on some of my aspiring athletes, man, on the real cost of getting paid. The taxes, the pro checks, the agent fees, the trainers, like, what does it really cost to be a professional? And we about to jump into it. We wanted to talk on this topic just based on because a lot of people think, a lot of family members, let's be real, a lot of family members.
See that bread, they like,
hey,
that's all your money,
well,
whatever you sign for.
The problem is the contracts are public, and soon as you get a deal or you sign a deal, it goes over the ESPN ticker, so-and-so, Michael Brockers signed a $30 million deal, and, so-and-so guaranteed, and everybody can see it. You know what I mean?
Well,
so you have no...
I was going to ask, why is it like that, though? Like, why is the money that y'all get paid public?
I don't know, but I have, I have some thoughts about that just because I feel like, especially when you're, in a situation like me, I was a nose tackle and I played defensive end. So, on one aspect, you put your numbers out there so everybody can see it. So the next guy behind you can know, like, okay, where is his average at? So say if I set the market getting paid, $5 million a year, and then the next guy behind me does, say he does better than me, he can then say, hey, Michael Brockers got $5 million based on his stats in, 2024, and I want to be paid $7 million because I had, these stats. My stats were better than his. So I feel like it's a lot to deal with, how people, are using your money, the money you earn, to use on their contract. So I think that's the biggest reason why it's like public. The teams want to get that out there too. Like don't let that slip. The teams want people to know they have the highest paid whatever. You know what I mean?
But the thing about that is, right? Okay, so Mike, I say let's me and you both play DN, right?
Right.
Last year you had 15 and a half sacks. This I had 19 and a half, right? So I'm going to tell him, hey, man, I want to get paid more than him.
Right.
This is what he getting paid. This is what I want. Now, all of a sudden, just, we see the NFL, kind of currently, you would talk about that in the show, but now we're in a contract debacle where it's like, well, I get where you coming from, but what I'm going to tag you, and then I'm going to just hold off on it. So right. It's like, yeah, you want to put that money, you want to let everybody know, like, this is what so all these people getting paid, or this is what I'm paying somebody. But then when it's time to pay somebody, it seems like it's starting to come to a situation to where it's like, I gotta fight, I gotta just not show up. Now I'm getting fined because I done my part. Now it's time for y'all to do y'all part, and you want to hold off on it.
And it's a business. I think people need to realize that, when you get paid for what you do, you're getting paid because it's a business first. You know what I mean?
But I've held up my end of the bargain and more probably. So why are we fighting about
getting paid and things like that? Yeah. Man, I don't know, man. I mean, we are the players are the ones who perform. We on the field, but we ain't got to deal with stadium fees, paying all the people
But I didn't come here for that.
But that's everybody. That's a part of your salary.
But I'm filling your seats up. I'm putting
Facts.
people in the stands. They come to see me. I had 19 and a half sacks. This year I might say I end up with 20, right? And this is a contract year. I get 20 sacks. I shouldn't have to fight for no money no more. I didn't held up my end of the bargain. I didn't put butts in the seats. I didn't sold jerseys. I didn't sold drinks. Like, people come in here to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's more
facts.
than just people coming to watch this game. Like, people come to see me. So when you come to see me, you might buy a jersey, you might buy a drink, you might buying something to eat. You know what I'm saying? I get that it's a business, but it's all I'm also entertaining those people in the stands as well.
Right. No, I mean, you're right. You're right. I just feel like when you're the owner, you're thinking about more. You know what I'm saying? You're thinking about more responsibility than just like, being the owner of this restaurant. I don't think just about, the customers. I got to think about the employees. I got to think about how employees are, are ran, the operations, things like that. So,
but then don't get no high value asset.
I mean, you wouldn't be an owner then. You know what I'm saying? These people ain't making billions of dollars for no reason. But I want to get into, like the breakdown of a contract or the breakdown of how a contract really or how your check gets cut.
Let me put that out there then. I'm going to give you a contract, right?
Talk to me.
3 years, $57 million total, $32 million guaranteed. And you break that contract down.
So you get that 57. So you got $57
You
million.
signed
Or
3 years.
they say you have $57 million,
Yeah.
all included, which people don't realize it's incentives, it's bonuses, it's all that stuff that you haven't really earned yet, but they added in to make your contract look a lot bigger than what it is. You know what I mean? So things that you haven't earned, like I said, the bonus. You might get a bonus for going to a Super Bowl. You might get a bonus for, hey, if you get 10 sacks, we'll give you $300,000. Something like that. But they'll add that bonus in to make your contract look a lot bigger than what it is. So you get the $32 million guaranteed. Okay, boom. First, you just with that $32 million guaranteed, you off rip cut it in half because you at the highest tax bracket, which is like 46%, 49%. I think is the highest tax you can be taxed, and with you being a high earner playing in the league making millions, you getting taxed 49%. So off rip, half of your check getting cut. So you take that 30 million, say it's 15 million. Then you got to take your agent fees off that 3% of, and your agent is off the gross. It's off the gross, it's not the net.
Yeah.
It's off the gross. So you paying 3% off of 32 million, not your 15 million that you just go receive. You know what I mean? So a lot of people don't realize that, So,
ooh, they getting over like that?
Hey, yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yo,
Yes.
Come on, big dog.
So,
I'm only getting 15 and I'm paying you for 30.
I'm paying you for 30 because he worked to get you that 30. So that's why
like sometimes when you see the contract, it'll say negotiated by, have the agent name right there.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, if you got a good agent, bro, and you don't have to worry about nothing, and everything is a smooth process, bro, that 3% is some good money that you should spend, bro. Because I mean, without having somebody that knows the game, knows these GMs, personally, know them on the level where they can get something done. You might not get nothing done. Your agent can probably ruin a deal for you. You know what I'm saying? So
we know.
Yeah, we know. We know all about ruining a deal and not talking things like that from a personal level. But all is well. All is well. But
so we're at 15 million now.
We're at 15 million now. So you take whatever that 3% is. I don't know. I ain't gonna do the numbers. Whatever. So now you down. Let's say you down to 12 million. Now 12 million. Now you got that 12 million spread over 16 game check, depending on if you get like 17. A signing bonus. If you get a signing bonus, usually you get a signing bonus, but your signing bonus same way. You get $5 million. I think my signing bonus was like.
But the thing is, all right. So look, with the signing bonus, right? Is that extra money or is that still coming out of that 15 million?
That's still coming out your 15 million.
So is you just giving me some front loaded money?
Yeah, that's all it is. It's pretty much giving you some of your money up front, which is a signing bonus. It's not like extra money you get on top. No, it's a part of your contract. They just giving it to you up front, Yeah. It's not a part of your salary that you make throughout the whole season.
So you said we was at 12. Say my signing bonus, what, $6 million. Now I got
Now you earning that $6 million contract over that
17 games.
Over 17 games, and however that splits
but your
up,
family and friends, they only see that $57 million.
That's all they see. That's all they care about. Let's be real. That's all they care about because they see that.
Bro, you signed for 57? You signed for 57?
Hey, yeah. Everybody think they getting a new house.
For 57,
bro.
Ain't no weed nothing.
Ain't no weed nothing,
bro. You finna come out here and do these OTAs then.
Facts.
You come do the training camp.
And what I didn't add in there, bro, and I made a note about is you have to pay taxes in every state that has a state tax. You have to pay taxes in that state you play in.
So you still getting taxed on that
and you still getting taxed.
You done went from 32 to $6 million, and now you still finna get taxed.
You about to get
on
taxed.
that $6 million, depending on where you playing at.
Where are you playing? So you can
now
play.
You fuck around and only be getting a $1 million contract after it started off at 57, and you playing 17 games for $1 million.
And everybody got their hand out. So you got your agent, you got your, trainers, you got,
No wonder people
rent or your mortgage. Usually, for me, I had rent in two places. I chose to rent my first 7 years in the league. So I rented in LA or in St. Louis when I first got there, and I rented in LA for my first 3 years before I bought. Because I felt like every time you bought a house, or I seen a lot of guys buy a house, they end up getting traded or getting, let go or something like that. And the first time I bought my house in California, 8 years in, I get traded, or 9 years in, I get traded that following season. So I was like, man, I should never bought this house, bro. I should have just rented for my whole career. But
it was a nice house.
It was a nice house, but we'll get into it later in the show, just about real estate and things like that, which I felt like I should have moved a little differently early in my career. But hey, I didn't want to deal with the hassle of having a house I had to sell and be somewhere else and having to worry about that. So I just chose to rent just for efficiency, so I can get in and out of my lease and things like that.
So I also see with when you said the state taxes and stuff what y'all also have fees that y'all have to pay as players.
Yes, we have NFL dues, like I said, agent fees. You got insurance. You got insurance you got to pay for. That's gonna come out. Man, I wish I had a check stub in front of me, but yeah, it's a lot of things that come off the top.
See, and that's the stuff that people don't be seeing. It's oh, bro, you getting all this money, bro. What you complaining for?
Right.
I'm really not.
Right.
This is why I'm mad.
Right.
Because yes, I might have signed for 3 years, $57 million, but as you can we did a quick breakdown. Even though it might be a little bit more money than that, it still is a lot of money gets taken out of those contracts.
Bro, when we went from St. Louis to California, bro, it was such a sticker shock on what our taxes was. We was in St. Louis, we were cool. I don't know what they tax. It was less than the state tax was less than 13%, which is in California. So, people getting their check and they were like, okay, cool. We were happy getting 75 to 80% of our check. We were like, okay, boom. They ain't really, hit me over the head. But when we got to California, bro, you were getting a third of your check, bro. Dudes was really getting their check and hey, bro, they took too much out. They going to the front office. They trying to talk to all the people who control the checks. Hey, bro, what's wrong with my check? It say I was getting paid $500,000 and now only getting paid $200,000. How does that work? Where does that $300,000 go? You know what I mean? And you don't realize you see that breakdown on your check stub. Man, you done paid taxes in California. You done paid taxes in New York. You done paid all kind of stuff because you might have a game in LA and you might have a game in New York that next week. So you done got taxed on two of the highest state tax in the country. And that's where we have, and you have to pay state tax wherever you go. If they have a state tax. So a lot of guys, Tennessee, Florida, Texas, you love to play in them games. So you in the AFC South, you living it. You living it up right now. But
Florida.
If you in Cali anywhere, you in New York, bro, you want to be as frugal as possible with your money because the state is taking most of your money up front.
Damn, bro, and you never see that's people. See, look, y'all don't understand this, right? Now y'all understand why a lot of people be angry about their contracts and stuff like that. Why people be trying to fight for every dollar that they can get when they somewhere and half of their check is gone.
It be about the guarantees. It's about the guarantees. You won't. Obviously, a lot of those numbers be fluffed, and like I said,
want an agent like Kirk Cousins,
bro. You want to be able to get most of your guarantees. You want
Kirk
or
Cousins.
all your guarantees.
I don't give a damn. Kirk Cousins they giving him all. He getting every red cent.
And he's doing it in the right manner because usually quarterbacks sign 5, 6, 7, 8 year deals just because it's like they want to make the number look better. You know what I mean? He's saying, bro, I'm only signing 2, 3 year deals and I want all my money. I'm a quarterback. I want all my money,
bro.
Which is dope.
I don't understand. Listen, I don't got nothing against Kirk Cousins, but I don't know what his agent is in that room saying. Hey,
he
look,
got a
bro,
good one.
Listen, man. This is the second coming to Tony Romo. Oh, he gonna play good all year.
Not the second coming of
He
Tony Romo.
He gonna play good all year, but when he get in the playoffs, you are gonna have to find somebody else because that's not what we do. We don't do playoffs.
We don't do playoffs.
We do all 17 games. I'm gonna give you good 17 good games, but in the playoffs, you have to find somebody else to play for us.
And people paying them guaranteed money for that. Can you believe that? If that. Obviously, it's not what he's.
That's not
saying,
obviously. It's not what his agent's saying.
Dog,
but on the outside looking in, that's what it feel like.
Facts.
That's what I see as a fan.
Yes, and we talk about financial advisors. We got. What do you need a financial advisor when you first start?
Talk about that. You got somebody paying somebody to watch your money for you.
Paying somebody to watch your money for you.
You fuck around and have to pay somebody to watch them.
For real. I mean, you have to have like a checks and balances when you get in here. When you get into the league, you have so much more responsibility than you do when you playing in college. But now these guys are have money. I didn't have money coming out of college, so it was something new for me to be able to manage.
Bro, but when you really think about it, like you almost gotta have a full-fledged team of people.
Yes.
I need an agent. I need a financial advisor. Possibly somebody to watch my financial advisor, right? Assistant to help me with all the little ins and outs and stuff. If I'm a high-profile player, I need this agent to help me get stuff done that little stuff that I shouldn't have.
Or you can just get Jaden Daniels' mom. I mean, she go have you right. She gonna be at all your dates.
See, Mama Daniels be blocking.
Mama Daniels gonna make sure that money stay in his pocket.
Mama, I'm gonna need you to stay at home sometimes. Let me go have fun sometimes.
Right. And when I talked about the renting and buying, I talked about renting my house, my house for the first 7 years. I think if I would change it and go back, I don't know if I would have rent when I first started off. I would have bought just so I can hold, because people don't realize, man, they're not making no more land. They're not making no more land. So if you get you a piece of property, you get you some real estate, and you hold on to it, it'll raise in value over time. It's going to increase in value over time. And then you can sell it, take the money from it. You know what I'm saying? You're not paying somebody.
You can go build you your forever home.
But you still have that asset.
Yeah.
People don't realize, like, you still get to hold that asset. For me, I was thinking more of on the line of like, damn, I don't want to have to deal with, if I do get traded, because this game is so, you don't know what's going to happen. If I do get traded, damn, I'm going to still have this house here, and then I'm going to have to buy a house somewhere else, so then I'm going to have to deal with selling this house and then purchase, so I just didn't want to deal with that hassle.
And we kind of deal with that a little bit. You become, hey, Pat, can you go pressure wash the fence, bro?
Yes. Because my HOA, and that's one reason why I ran away from my HOA, bro, because it was just like, dog, every week was, y'all know I'm in a season. Y'all know I'm not here. Why are you bugging me about things that's going on and nobody's at the house, So that really frustrated me.
It's like me going to pressure wash, like, tree sap off the fence because they don't want that. Trees
was willing to sue me because it was tree sap on my front gate or something like that. Yeah. So that's a long story. We're not gonna talk about that. But because we talking about going into this segment where it's like, what happens after you sign the deal? The reality check. We talked about
when we gonna get that bread.
When we gonna get that bread? Yes. They take so long to give you a bread. If I didn't sign a bonus, I was still waiting, 6-7 weeks to get my money.
Every day you kept waking up.
I was looking like, bro, when this go hit? Oh yeah, it's supposed to hit around the 21st. They don't even know.
Yeah,
that's like they give it to somebody else and like, hey man, send this off. And whenever that person, the money person, sends you your money, that's when you get it.
See, before your agent was shooting you a little brick, like, here you go, bro. Here you go. Here goes something to hold you over.
Right.
Here goes something to hold you over. See, but people don't understand that. Like when LeBron was in high school, this is kind of on the same topic, right? Mm-hmm. When LeBron was in high school, people was like, oh, he getting paid. No. that dealership knew you gonna be the number one pick in the draft.
Right.
So we gonna loan you this car, right? In hopes of, because it's obviously we gonna tax you on the back end.
Right.
We'll give you the Hummer. Here you go.
Yeah.
But when it's time for you to pay, we gonna hit you across the head. So that's kind of like how that situation went with LeBron. Everybody kept saying, he getting paid. No, them people was like, here you go.
Right.
You can have it. Take it. It's yours. We know you gonna get paid because when you get paid, we gonna get paid.
We gonna get that back.
We gonna get it back.
It's crazy because now the kids in college, with this NIL, now they coming in with money. Now they coming in with hopefully they have a team already managing their funds, but you definitely have to have some kind of financial literacy before you get up here, and that's something I didn't have. I had to learn as I just throughout my career, just learn on the right things to what to spend my money on. And don't get me wrong, bro, I spend my money on plenty of bullshit. I have. I spend my money on private flights. I spend my money on luxury.
What PJ's going for?
You say what PJs? PJ will go for a good PJ. When I was flying, I don't know what it is.
I don't even
want
to hear.
now. A good PJ, depending on I like to fly it was this plane called the 300 Challenger or something like that. It was a smaller plane, but it was big in the inside. So I had the family with me. I think that ran me a good 20K, 25K.
I know we took a flight for 30.
Yeah, we took a flight for 30. I'm gonna tell you the most expensive PJ I bought when I took wifey to Miami and took all my friends and stuff. I bought PJ. It was round trip 88,000.
PJ, by the way, people is private
jet, 88,000, and went to Miami, flew back. I mean that shit was. I'm gonna
tell y'all. Listen, y'all, flying on the PJ, this shit fire because you just walk right through, get on the plane, and y'all take off. Yeah. It's none of the bull. They don't check your bags. You just.
I think that was the weirdest thing for you. It's they not gonna check our bag.
We just walking right on the plane and giving them our shit and getting on. That's the best part about, and I think that's what gets people right. Mm-hmm. You want to fly private because it's you don't have to deal. You just walk right to your plane. Right. It's almost like getting in the limo.
Though. It's expensive.
It's getting in the limo.
You know if somebody got money, they flying private all the time. Hey, real humbling experiences when you flying private and then you got to come back and fly,
first class, and then you end up in coach.
And then you end up in coach. I think
then you end up on Spirit.
I ain't going to Spirit.
And then now they got the flights where you got to stand up.
Where you got to stand up, bro. You sent me that, but that shit was hilarious. But no, we were talking about just the difference between a rookie minimum, a vet minimum. I got it right here. Rookie minimum for a rookie this year in 2025 is $840,000. A vet minimum for this year for a vet is between $900,000 to $1 million, and we got practice squad, which is based on a weekly basis. So if you got 1 or 2 years on practice squad, it's like a $12,000 check, and then if you got
hold on.
Yeah, weekly.
Oh, boy.
Weekly.
You said for 1 2 years. I thought
No. Weekly. Sorry, my bad.
12 bands a week?
12 bands a week for practice squad. 12 bands a week.
Just
why everybody?
Just to practice tackling dummies?
Yeah. 12 bands a week, bro. And it depends. That's if you only got 1 or 2 years. If you got more than that, it's 19. 16 to 19.
Per week?
Per week to go be a dummy. You probably can do that, bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. Practice squad players,
absolutely.
They fuck around. I don't give a damn about playing.
I mean, yeah, but if
I'm pretty sure there's some people that's on the practice squad. They cool with that. I'm good. I made the practice squad. I'm cool right here. I'm getting this little 12 bands a week, man.
Hey, if your mindset is like that, I mean,
because if you going practice squad to practice squad, I'm cool as long as I'm making a practice squad. If I'm going from team to team,
you can be cut so easy, bro.
Don't give a damn. Y'all shoot me my 12 for this week.
That's all you want. Hey, I just showed up for practice Wednesday, Thursday,
shoot
Friday.
Me my 12.
Shoot me my 12. But I thought it was crazy because the rookie minimum for when I got into the league, I think it was like $700,000 or something like that. Then it bumps up every year.
But rookie minimum, right? Like, how do you explain to somebody, oh, I'm getting a rookie minimum set? All
right, let me see if I can explain this. So say I signed a deal. My rookie deal was like $9 million, right? $9 million, boom. My first year is probably, with the bonus and all that, it's probably like 5 plus, a meal, probably 6 million. I don't know. I forgot. I'm being honest with you. I'm breaking it down terribly, but the 840,000 is what you're getting on throughout that salary of that 17 game season. You can't make over that for the season. So a rookie minimum that's what you make.
So you set it whatever that number is.
That's the lowest you can make as a rookie is 840,000. The lowest you can make as a veteran, depending on years, is between 900 and a million.
So people who normally getting rookie minimums are like what type of players?
Just rookies.
No, I'm saying like 7th round undrafted.
Yeah, man, like a drafted player. I say first. I say a drafted player, bro. A drafted player. If you drafted, I feel like that rookie minimum. That's what you making. That you making a minimum of 840.
Yeah, he don't know because he went in the first round. So.
True. I'm being.
And
honest
it was
with
a
you.
long
Facts.
time ago.
That was a long time ago, bro. To think about my rookie season and what I got paid, but I do know. Government taking their stuff off top. They don't even ask you. They just take it out your check. You just get whatever they take, and you get the leftovers.
So this is another question. I'm on rookie minimum deal. I'm still paying that 40%?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you still paying that 49%. You getting taxed at the highest tax bracket, bro. You a high earner. You're a high earner, bro. And that's the upsetting thing is like knowing that I didn't, you made all this money and now you have to pay it back. The good ones know, man, I had my residency in Texas while I was living in Cali. So on my taxes I could write little things off, things like that. But you definitely have to be smart about how you do your taxes and getting a good CPA because
start your nonprofit as well.
Absolutely.
That's a good write off.
Absolutely.
Versus waiting till the end of the year and you like, damn, what do I do? And now you stuck because they finna. Uncle Sam, he been gone a long time. We still paying him.
Right, and go continue to pay him as long as we got this great nation of United States, we go continue to pay Uncle Sam for sure. We got right here. How fast can you go broke? And I got depending on your lifestyle, bro. People. When you get to a point in your career where it starts to slow down, like for me, it was like year 10, year 11, you start to think about like, damn, like I'm not gonna be making this money like this, for the rest of my life. What can I do to set myself up for the future? And that goes back into real estate. Like that's my thing. I want to do more real estate. I have a couple of properties now. When I first bought my mom's house, I bought it like on a quick sale. So I bought that outright, and then I bought my house, my first house before I had any children. It was a little 3-bedroom, 2-bath in Pearland. Paid full price. I think I paid $160 for it, and then now it's valued at like $300,000. You know what I'm saying? Over these so many years since I've had it, and I've always thought about what's the best way, and I heard this, somebody taught me this, like, what's the best way to save your money? You talk about, do you just hold it? Like, that's not a good thing, too, to just have a bunch of cash just sitting in your bank account. It's not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So the financial guru, financial guy told me this, and he was like, man, diversify your portfolio. And that pretty much means, man, have money in real estate, have money in stocks, have money aside, a big thing what people don't realize is life insurance policies. People don't realize.
Shout out to my boy.
Chancey, my boy Chancey Aguirre. But life insurance policies. People don't, football players don't ever get life insurance policy. They only get the insurance policy when they're going through a contract, debacle or whatever, and they want to make sure that they ain't playing without any insurance on their body. But I mean, you should have a life insurance just
because you never know.
You never know.
It's so true, man. Mm-hmm. One day you here, the next day you gone, and we don't want to wish that upon nobody. But that's something that that's one of the most important things that you could ever sign up for in life,
right? Because
your family's bills still gonna come in while you gone. So
absolutely. You
don't want to put that burden on them and not have them some type of coverage.
And I'm gonna say something that I don't even have yet, and which is something I need to work on, but a trust as well. Putting your homes in a trust. I need to really learn more about it. before I do it. But just putting your all your properties in a trust and things like that. People can't sue you, and it's a whole lot out there that guys can do. But we just got to do the research. I think that's the biggest thing is like doing the research. You don't know what you don't know. Surround yourself with people that do know. Let me be honest. That's what I did. Surround myself around people that did know about money, did know about life insurance. My boy Dominique Easy was the first guy who told me about life insurance, and then I was like, damn, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? I can do that. So I signed up. I was able to pull from my life insurance and use it for my my business. So things like that. Like I say, you don't know what you don't know, but surround people around you who do know.
So look, bro, while we're on the topic of going broke, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about like the pressures of having all this money. Like when you see people at club, you buying sections, popping bottles, watches, jewelry, houses, cars. Like,
I think you go do that. I think you'll do that regardless as a rookie. For me, I wasn't making no money in college, so having money in the NFL, that was new to me. Maybe it's changed since the NIL, so guys are a lot younger, having a lot of money. So maybe it's like it's not like
bro, you seeing cyber trucks,
yeah, scat packs.
Hold on, this how
I was ready to say that.
It went from scat packs, bro, to now people pulling up in Maybachs, cyber trucks. You see UT recruiting, they putting Lambos out there.
Come on, now.
They got the Lambos on the football field. They went from you taking pictures in those cars to now you getting leased that car for your duration, your time at that college. I don't know how that whole that situation works, but I'm pretty sure they giving these kids cars. While you at this college, this your vehicle.
Right.
You leave, I need them keys.
Facts. Yeah, I need them keys.
Or if you going to the NFL, then you can continue paying for this car. If not, it's back to the dealership. But
what would you have done if people offer you a car? Like, what would have been your first car?
If I'm a 5-star right now and I'm going to college, and they like, hey man, this is what car we gonna give you, AMG GT 63S, right? That's what I'm driving.
That's what you drive.
I feel like it's a nice car. It's kind of low key, but then it's sporty still at the same time.
I hear you.
You can move around the city in it and not be too flashy.
I hear you.
And still, you know what I'm saying? I can still move.
Do you
through
think
traffic.
it was? Do you think it still give you that Hellcat feel where you can still speed in the AMG?
It still gives you.
It still give you
a V12. So
still give you that.
You still and people see. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. While we're on this topic, I had to get off subject. Hellcats are so popular because of the thing you don't like about them, that supercharger whine, bro.
Yeah.
And then you got to think about a lot of these kids coming from their first car or they driving their parents' car or something like that.
Right.
Probably a little modest
Kia
Ford or
Serrano.
something. You going from that to you going to instantly 500-600 horsepower.
Kias.
Hellcat 700 horsepower. You like oh shit, like I can get up and go in this. Like,
hey, that's all you want to do.
You're seeing all these takeover videos. You see, like, man,
I'm seeing these takeover videos. I'm seeing people, get their car impounded on these takeover
people
videos.
Getting hit like takeovers. That's a subject for another day.
Nah, but you talk about you talked about the pressure of keeping up. I'm be honest with you. When I was in the league and I played for the Rams, we moved to LA. I think the pressure of like showing up to game day fresh, it was a thing. It was a thing. Like all the OGs, the Kid Talib, Marcus Peters, all them guys, they came to the game so fresh, bro. It just made you like, I can't be half stepping. You know what I mean?
But when you think about Marcus Peters and Kid Talib, I don't think about jewelry guys. I think about dress guys. Like they dress like them boys are dressed to the T.
I hear you.
Right, but you don't see them. You didn't really
like a big flashy jewelry. No. I'm just saying, just about like how they showed up, how they carried themselves. You know what I mean? TG too, like when they showed up to the game, they had that shit on, bro.
He snatched my nigga Michael Crabtree chain off, bro.
He did, and now they cool. Now I heard, I seen a little article that they cool. But nah, like I was saying, like the pressures to keep up it's a real thing. It's a real thing in the league where you feel like.
So this is my thing, right? But why do you think that is? It's like I'm not into men, right? But my thing is I'm finna try and get so fresh and so clean to try and impress other men.
It's the pictures leading into the game for me. You know, like when I first got into the league, it was just like, a little quick picture or whatever. But when I got to LA, it was like it's a red carpet deal. Like it take you a little while to walk to the, then people following you the whole time. Yeah. You looking at your fit, you know what I mean, on Instagram. Don't let y'all win the game. You posting your fit before the game. You posting what you wore to the game, how you was dripped during the game. Then you posting like after the game, like what you wore.
So y'all, you would take 2 fits, right? Because before the game, you obviously not wearing the same. I'm
wearing the same fit after the game, but just like if people didn't see me in the fit, I'm wearing it after the game.
I'm
putting it back on.
Yeah.
I'm putting it. So I'm going in the family section. They like, ooh, that boy, that boy that had a sack and all this. And he fresh, you know what I mean? But the pressure was there,
So talk about like that. The clothes is cool. Like I mean, I don't know how much money like you spending on clothes per year. What do you think you didn't spend on clothes? Like your most like I gotta go all out this season. Boys is like I gotta show up,
bro. For me, it's always like pieces. It's always something somebody don't have. Because, in our game, bro, you see a lot of dudes who's 6'6", 300 pounds. You know what I mean? And I used to buy stuff because I knew I wouldn't. If I didn't buy it, it was gonna be gone. Somebody else was gonna have it. A left tackle on another team go have it, or a defensive tackle on another team go have it, because we all the same size. We all big ass dudes, So, and there's not a lot of clothes out there. We can't just go into the mall and shop. So you go to we went to Showroom LA. They do a good job at, they have pieces in your size. So,
Shout out Showroom. Are we gonna have to do like a segment or something where like the clean is big? Clean is lime and O-line.
Nah, facts.
Bro.
We definitely gonna have to do an updated list on who the cleanest big guy. Cleanest big guy, because it could be defense or offense. Cleanest big guy in the league for sure. But like I say, man, the pressure is there. You try your hardest not to, feel that pressure or be consumed with it. But it's like, for me, it was like I can't let these boys outshine me. But it was like a thing of, I can't be I can't be half stepping. Like if them boys coming clean, I gotta look like something. You know what I mean?
But you see that, and then you could get so consumed to the point to where that's all you care about. And
right.
you look up, you be like, damn, I done spent $500,000 on clothes this year. Bro, I done seen people spending $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 on Chrome Heart jeans.
That's crazy.
$100,000. I don't know how true it is.
Right.
I didn't heard it some out there.
Some crazy
$100,000 Chrome Heart jeans, bro.
Yeah. But stuff like that is just to say like, oh, I got a one-on-one.
But then you end up but the thing is, you spend $100,000 on them jeans, right? You can't play football forever. You can't play basketball forever. You can't rap forever. Like your money's starting to get low. You not finna get $100,000 for those jeans.
Nah.
You be lucky to get $5,000 because it's nobody gonna be like, man, I understand you paid $100 for them 5 years ago, but I can't.
It depends on how 20. Vintage it is, bro.
You know, 20, bro.
People paying high value prices.
But I'm
for
saying
some
by the
vintage
time
stuff.
those 100, by the time it get to that point,
you saying.
Right?
Yeah, but if it's one of one, if they one of one,
but what if it's not Chrome Heart? It's not fashionable no more at that time.
No, I hear you. Facts.
Like Red Monkey jeans or EVs. Like, what if you end up with something like that? Now you just spent all that money trying to keep up with everybody else, and now you just stuck with all this stuff that you can't get rid of.
Yeah.
For nowhere near anything you spent on it.
Yeah, I still wear my pieces, so yeah, I haven't spent $100,000 on no jeans, but I spend like a little grip on some clothes I still have.
But we see people end up with big regrets and stuff. Do you have a big regret or something like you bought? And he was like, damn, why the hell did I do that?
Yeah, I got a couple of regrets. I ain't gonna lie. Like I bought a couple of pieces that I still haven't worn. I'm like, dang, like I need to wear that. Like a Gucci jacket that I haven't even wore, and I'm like, damn, bro.
Got it?
I still got it. Tag on it and everything. That's what's crazy.
You said it's
so I'm one of them dudes. Huh?
It's an XL?
Nah, I didn't know XL.
Right, yeah. He didn't give it a
Hey, so while we talking about crypto, right?
Yes.
We on
I don't know nothing about crypto. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm straight real estate, and I will learn about anything else. But I'm not crypto. I don't really know. I'm not comfortable with it, so that's why I don't do it. But real estate for sure.
The thing with crypto, bro, I always felt like crypto was something that people do to try and hide their money, because it just seemed like you don't know. Nobody, you can't have, they don't have no crypto security, right? It's no way you can trace cryptocurrency.
Right.
That's the point of them creating the crypto coin.
Right.
It just feels so black market-ish.
It do.
It's scary, bro.
Yeah.
And then you see those people who, I done seen people, like 2 or 3 guys lose their password and they lose all their crypto. You can't log back in and get your crypto money. So you cooked. That money just is gone.
Damn. But then you see stories like Odell, he get his contract paid in, crypto, and now it's like worth 90 million or something.
I'm like who's laughing now?
Yeah. Whoever's last. Looking at
so I'm gonna just let people know. Look, because we kind of had that topic wrote up. The crypto thing, for me, it just feel black marketish to me. Yeah. I'm not saying crypto is that. You see good stories about it all the time, but then you hear those stories where people create these crypto coins, and then everybody, this gonna be the next hottest thing. You put all your money into it, and then for somehow the market crashed, and you don't hear from that person no more. Now they done got a high rise in New York for 190 million with everybody money.
Absolutely, and that's why I said early in the show, diversify your portfolio. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Damn.
Have different streams of revenue. Have different things out there that's making you money. Don't just put all your eggs in one basket. Because that goes into the next topic is how to make your money last. And that's still like a struggle. I'm gonna be real with you. It's still a struggle I'm still dealing with, because with athletes, we make all this money so fast early on in our career, and then you retire at 32, 33 or whatever, and you got so much of your life to still live. And so you trying to figure out how to save this money that you made in this 10-year period and make it last for 50, 45 years, whatever. It's tough. It's tough for you to, especially if you still got a lifestyle that's a high luxury lifestyle. That's tough. If you ain't cheating and scheming to make millions still.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I saw a video of DD. Shout out DDG. I fuck with bro tough. I was watching his Twitch streams all the time. Yeah. I saw a video where he was like arguing with people when people was like saying $10 million will last me the rest of my life.
Shit.
He was telling people like, no, it won't. Like $10 million, like. And I had to sit back and think about it, bro. I did the math, right? Where my phone at?
Come on now.
My phone at, right?
The mathematician.
See, and this is kind of what I didn't think that he kind of took into equations. Like, I think he's saying it as from when you born.
Oh, okay.
$10 million won't last you the rest of your lifetime. But if I'm already I'm in my 30s, let's say I spend $150,000 a year, right?
Yeah.
Let's do $150,000 times 10 years.
Yeah.
That's $1.5 million. I still.
And that's what you're using.
I'm saying if I'm spending $150,000 is a lot of money to spend in a year.
Yeah, but what if you got rich man problems? What if you got 2 households?
But this is me thinking, right? 100. Let's say, let's go 300,000 then. Rich man problems. 300,000 times 10. That's $3 million in 10 years.
So you saying it could last you or it couldn't?
It should. But I'm just saying, like, if you in your mid-20s, 30s, and you one of those people who actually like, because think about this, when you become rich, we all know what we gonna buy. a house, cars, and clothes. Once that is gone, like, and this is why a lot of people don't understand why rich people who be so wealthy be unhappy. Because once you get everything, it's nothing really to life, to be honest, bro. It's not like that's why I always say family's so important, because it's nothing really to life outside of family.
Right.
Clothes, cars, a house. You go party every now and then.
Right.
That's really it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really all you're going to really spend your money. And then bills, because the bills ain't going to never stop coming.
Oh, no. Especially if you got kids. Let's not, if you add in,
you can live a good life you can live good for the rest of your life with $10 million, bro.
With kids or just by yourself?
Even with kids.
But I'm saying, we talking about DDG who goes on trips and he has rich man problems. He had rich man problems. That $10 million ain't gonna last him.
$300,000 a year.
Brother, you gonna spend $300,000 probably on, knowing if people know about finance, you might spend that shit on a house. You might spend.
No, but the thing is, you're not gonna spend $300,000 a year on a house. Say you pay. Let's go mortgage, right?
Yeah.
If I don't pay for my house in cash,
but
let's say I take on a mortgage.
Yeah.
And I'm paying $5,000 a month, right?
Yeah.
5,000 times 12, that's $60,000 a year, right? Times 10, that's $600,000 in 10 years.
I hear you.
But I'm just saying that's if the house is that. But I'm saying you can. But we going off of where we at in Texas, right?
Right.
600,000 get you something nice out here.
No facts. Real nice.
But only thing is we full. So
yeah, Houston full, y'all.
Full.
Facts. I don't know about LA. After we left, LA full too. Y'all have to find somewhere else besides LA too.
Y'all gotta go to the Midwest, bro.
Yeah, facts.
But I'm just saying, like, if I'm spending $300,000 a year, bro, for 10 years, and that's only $3 million, let's say I still got $7 million in the clip without me investing anything else.
That's if you living off that $10 million, very frugal. You have no kids.
But I'm saying,
you
Mike, you mean to tell me? You know what? Let's go 450,000 then. We just go keep going up. So let's say somebody really
it's not gonna last you for the rest of your life, bro. It's not.
No, but
because you're getting taxed on it too. You got $10 million. You just think you're not gonna get taxed?
I get
now you
that.
got $5 million.
No.
Yeah.
No. See now you trying to take all my bread, bro.
Nah, bro. That's what the
Texas.
government gonna do.
Ain't no state tax in Texas, bro.
Oh,
I live in Texas. Ain't no state tax. I got my whole team.
All right.
Bro, quit trying to ruin my dreams, bro. Quit trying to ruin my dreams, bro.
When you got to throw some of them wrenches in there.
Stop trying to do that.
Hey, Uncle Sam want his bread, bro. You not gonna be
450 times 10, bro, is $4.5 million in 10 years. If I'm spending $450,000 a year, bro.
Yeah.
It's 400. Listen,
you got your your car note. You got your mortgage.
You can
add
all
clothes,
that up.
your trips.
That's not going. You probably. That's all. Listen, and that's a lot of trips to get to 450.
You'll be surprised.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. Why was gonna make it harder?
Why?
Because your friends still got either they gotta quit their job and you pay for their living, or you gotta wait until they free to go on those trips. I'll pay for the trip when you free, but I'm not gonna pay for your living. I
hear you.
So it's like, $450,000 a year to spend is a lot of money, bro. It's only so many clothes you can buy.
Facts.
You're not gonna
You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised when you got money and you find ways to spend it. I'm telling you, bro.
I get that. I can see that.
You find ways to spend money.
I can see that. But I don't think.
But you know what's so crazy about the situation? We can agree to disagree, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He keeps trying to. Nah, man, I'm not
to disagree,
He's trying
bro.
to rain on me and Julius parade, bro.
That $10 million ain't gonna last you for the rest of your life. Like you ain't gonna never make another dime. You just gonna be spending.
I said.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say that. I said
okay.
that's just without investing.
All right. No, I'm with you.
Obviously,
it might. Yeah, $10 million could definitely set you up.
$10 million could turn you.
For sure, it could definitely set you up. But if that's all the money you go make, nah, I don't think it's gonna.
He didn't say that, so I'm going off of Man, listen, bro. Don't rain on my parade, bro.
Hey,
10 million last me.
That's why you might need to have like the 50-30-20 rule with you 50 you living, saving 30, and 20 you investing. What you think about that?
50?
The 50-30-20 rule for pro athletes. Living, saving, and investing.
I'm saying, like, explain those numbers though.
I think 50% you living off of, 30% you saving, and then 20% you investing. That's
cool. And with that $10 million, yeah.
Hey, he keep bringing that $10 million up. With that $10 million, hey, that's gonna give me that. And then all of a sudden, you buying private jets.
But I'm saying, I got the 50-30-20 rule. I got 30% invested.
Hey,
30%,
if
20% invested.
If that's what you feel will help you with your $10 million. And help you live a long life.
And that goes on to our next topic. That's my exit strategy.
That's your exit strategy. Is a 50-30-20 rule with your $10 million. Are you making any more money for the rest of your life, or you just living off that money?
You want to know why I am? Because I got 20% of my money invested in something that's going to bring me some money back.
Okay. A couple of notes for that is your exit strategy, what you need for your exit strategy, or what, in my opinion, definitely $10 million for sure. Money in reserves, which may be $10 million, may not be, a little less than that, but definitely having some money in reserves for a rainy day. And how I talked about, diversifying your portfolio, having things that you can do that's gonna have them different streams of income. For me, real estate, got the lounge, media, like doing a podcast. Like I'm doing a bunch of things to try to generate revenue from different areas. So diversifying my portfolio, that's what I focus on. So I don't want to have all my eggs in one basket. All my eggs in stocks, or all my money in stocks, and then the stock market crashed and I'm assed out. So definitely having money in different places that will help you suffice throughout your career and life, and that's kind of what I got for my exit strategy. We can go into trending news if you want to lead off.
Trending news, right? So since we on the topic of money and things like that, let's talk about some recent players, or just players in general, athletes in general, who had money and mishandled it, and then they, you see them in the news and stuff like that. I wrote down a few names, some people that I care about, as athletes dearly. I hate to put them on the spot like this, but we didn't all seen it. I got Allen Iverson.
Okay, talk to me.
We all saw his whole ordeal where, he was going through money troubles. He was dealing with issues with his jeweler, saying that they owed him money, and then he ended up his contract with Reebok. They kind of loaded his money because they didn't think he was going to make it to. I think it was, how old is Allen Iverson? 50 years old now. Is he 50? But Reebok ended up having to pay him, some millions of dollars because they put that in his contract. Once you hit this certain age,
right,
then we'll pay you this money.
Right.
But he's 49.
Okay.
So I think it was like when he got to age 40 or something like that. It was a certain age that he had to get to before they could pay him the rest of that.
That's crazy. So he still.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
That's
what I'm like, damn.
The lifestyle he probably lived, they was like, man, he ain't gonna make that.
He ain't gonna make 50. We go, when you turn 50, we gonna give you $10 million. Yeah. You ain't gonna make that.
Vince Young.
Vince Young,
bro. We saw his money troubles that he dealt with. Shout out Vince Young, bro. He a good dude.
He's still getting after it though, bro. He's still
humble
getting
ass dude, bro. He done been in here multiple times.
Facts. He loves squad.
Yeah. One of the biggest ones that we all know about, Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson blew through so much money, and the thing about Mike Tyson is, with all that money he went through, he was saying he was paying for 50, 60 people, whatever, to live, to just be around him and stuff like that. But he said once all his money was gone, he didn't have no problem. He felt free.
Right.
He didn't feel like I don't have to have all these people around me. Like, I'm free now. I can be a dad. I can do this. I can do that. I don't have to live that lifestyle with all these people leeching off of me. And he at peace now. Well, he was at peace whenever he ended up going through his money troubles.
Yeah, I can kind of attest to that because I can see when I was playing, everybody's coming at you, bothering you about tickets, bothering you about, things need to be paid, and now you're retired, and now you almost have an excuse to be like, hey, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. I ain't making the money like I was. I ain't got it like I used to have it. So could you figure it out on your own? Maybe I can put something on it, but I can't pay everything off. And it kind of gives you that freedom feel where you're like, dang, okay, I got something to really blame it on because me playing in the league, making all this money, people are obviously ain't gonna take no for an answer because they like, bro, you making all this money. I see your shit. I see your contract. Like, what's up? You know what I mean? So for me, it's like for players, we got to do a better job at definitely, understanding our contracts and things like that. It'll be more beneficial for us.
We got Latrell Sprewell.
Mm-hmm.
The spinning
I'm riding
wheels,
spinners.
bro.
I'm riding spinners. They don't stop.
I think his shoes might be coming back out.
If they do come out, I'm gonna give me a pair of them. Hey, with the little spinning on the little. Oh yeah.
Y'all hear
They
that right? The
getting
man
copped.
say he finna get some.
Hey, I'm about to get some Sprewells, bro.
Sprewells. And Warren Sapp to round it
Yeah.
off. Warren Sapp went through his money troubles.
Mm-hmm. It's still going through stuff, man, here and there, bro. I seen him the other day getting arrested. Not too long ago, like a month ago, and then he was fighting it and stuff like that. So, yeah. Let's talk about trending topic Antonio Brown. Fighting over the jury. You talking about jury?
Oh, listen.
What you thought about that?
It is this. This finna blow your mind. The dude that he got in a fight with, he knew him.
What?
He knew the dude, and guess what? The dude got a case against him for $186,000.
What?
So
who was he fighting?
Let me tell you.
All right.
The dude saw Antonio Brown kind of trying to, you know what I'm saying, make it seem like he was a victim the whole time.
Uh-huh.
Dude do an interview, right? He said that the only reason he was there was because the guy's a Muslim. He went to go watch one of the Muslim fighters, right?
Okay.
So he said that he went to go watch one of the fighters. When he saw Antonio Brown, it was on site because of their pass. So he said when they saw it was instantly on site.
Yeah.
Like no word. That was it. They going at it.
Yeah.
So he said if you go back and look at the video, I was really getting jumped. He said one of the guys, I think he said was somebody that he knew, Antonio Brown knew. One of them was Aiden Ross security guys, and then it's another guy Antonio Brown knew, right?
Yeah.
So he was like, I was really getting jumped. And then, bro, listen, bro, it get deeper than that.
Come on.
This all public records, though.
Yeah. Come on, you can go look at it.
The case is, you can pull this case up. The dude was like, so they was on a trip in Dubai, I think. That's where he said they was at.
Okay.
So they was with Floyd Mayweather, right?
Okay.
Antonio Brown, his cousin, the guy who got into the fight or whatever, the Muslim guy, Floyd Mayweather. Antonio Brown bring some Caucasian women back to the hotel room they was in.
Uh-huh.
The guy, he's like, man, I'm Muslim. I leave because I'm married. He said he go pray, do whatever he got to do. He come back, they all gone. One of his necklaces missing. His necklace missing.
Okay.
He calling AB. He not answering the phone. So he made some calls. He finally get in touch with AB. They at another hotel. They left the hotel they was at to go to another. Why? I have no idea. So he pull up on AB like, hey, bro, what's like what my? Hey, I'm not saying you stole it. My
But where
chain
is that?
missing.
Yeah, for sure.
AB said, oh, my cousin got it. My cousin got it on. I'm gonna make sure you get it back when he come back. So why you think the dude got a case against AB for $186,000?
Right. Yeah.
So it was
on site.
more than what AB was saying, bro. Like he was trying to get jumped for his jury.
Yeah, you ran on your rant about AB, bro. AB a weirdo, bro. So I feel you on that.
It's deeper than rap. You heard Rick Ross?
It's definitely deeper than rap. But for me, it was a whole shooting in the air with a gun, like that whole.
And see what that happened. He ran. I didn't really look up why he say he fired, because he went on Aiden Ross stream right after that, and then how AB be talking or whatever, bro. I can't even listen. I can't just listen to him talk, bro. That shit just.
Do you think he really got a issue, or you think it's just for show? I always wonder because I remember I went with Floyd and AB was
I
a
remember,
part. You
bro.
remember that?
Damn, I didn't get on that.
Hey, we went to Miami and I was with AD and we was chilling with Floyd and AB. I mean, AB was cool. You know, he was cool. He on the plane, cool, and you know, he just has that aura around him like now where it's like you never know what's gonna happen. So you always kind of like peeking like, what the fuck? Like, what he gonna do now? You know, type deal. So, yeah, man, AB, you know, he's a character.
Next topic.
Talk to me.
Will Cam Scatterbo be the see? This is something I said to you. How does Cam Scatterbo not end up being the next Peyton Hillis?
I don't know what that running back room looks like, but I could tell you this: for a running back, they ready to see him get on that field. You know, they ready. He gonna make the team, obviously, but they ready to see him do some things on the field in New York. I can feel it. Like everybody, he gonna be the starting running back. I feel like he gonna win that job and be definitely a part of that backfield.
But I'm saying it's like, you know, Peyton Hillis had that one
season. He what ruined him was the cover. He was on the cover of Madden.
I'm gonna tell you. So Peyton Hillis played 7 seasons in the NFL, bro.
Okay.
Played 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
He only rushed for 2,800 yards total. He got 1,100 yards in one season.
In that one season? Yo. So he didn't do nothing else after that.
He went, after that 1,100 yard season, he had 500, 300, 200, 100.
And
it was just like down here from there.
Down here.
And then, see, but the thing is, what made it so outrageous, like so amazing to us, was he was a white running back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
White guys either play quarterback or on the offensive line or linebacker.
That's it.
That's let's just be real.
Yeah.
You a tight end, an offensive lineman, a quarterback. Some receivers, you could I say receiver, D tackle or linebacker, cornerback, our safety. We got Cooper. Yeah.
Cooper DeJean, Harrison Smith.
Cooper DeJean, they kind of holding it down.
Yeah,
but you haven't really seen a white cornerback like that since
John
Jason
Lynch.
Sehorn. But John Lynch was a safety.
Yeah.
And then you had Jason Sehorn at cornerback for the Giants. But other than that, the white guys are kind of like relegated to these certain positions.
Where
and it's not that they can't play the other positions. It's just like the black dudes just.
Yeah, when you running a 4.5 and the black dude running a 4.2, it's like I'm gonna take this guy. But no, so you asking me, do I think he's gonna have like a one and done season, or do I think he's gonna?
But what do you feel like he has to do to keep from being a one and done?
I'm gonna be honest with you. What he has to do to keep from being a one and done, I feel like they have to have a mixed backfield, and not racial, but like a bunch of backs. They might need 3 backs to keep him healthy, keep him, you know what I'm saying?
But especially with his run style.
For sure. He runs really hard. He doesn't shy away from contact. So you definitely gonna need a 2-back to 3-back system with him, just to based on his running style. But like I say, I feel like he's gonna be one of the top backs on that team. For sure.
I want to see him do good, bro. Mm-hmm. I want to be able to say, you know what, the 2 best running backs to me ever were Mike Allstott and Cam Scatterbo. I'm not going to say the reason why I brought up Peyton Hillis is because I watched Scatterbo play, but Mike Allstott was Mike Allstott was different, bro.
Yeah, I seen you that clip of Mike Allstott runs the other day.
No, bro, I'm just saying, but in general,
to you, bro.
Mike, I watched him because I was a Warwick Dunn fan.
I hear you,
bro. But just they had this man played fullback and running back.
Yeah.
He was in a single eye back like by himself.
Right. And running
would be
the bouncing
football,
off
and
people.
Catching passes, everything. Big ass shoulder pads, cowboy collar. Running whoever stepped in front of me, you getting ran over.
Facts. And D lineman, anybody.
It
don't matter.
I'm gonna carry you to the whole team, jump on my back, I'm gonna carry you to the end zone. Mike Allstott was different. If you youngsters, if you don't know who that is, jump on YouTube. He got clips, bro. Mike Allstott.
Man, we was talking about money and just, what do you think about the Travis Hunter getting married and having no prenup?
So, this touchy subject, because I fuck with I'm a Travis Hunter fan, and I don't want to.
Right.
Man, bro, ain't no fucking way. See, it's like
I knew you were gonna go on a rant. I thought you were gonna go on a rant.
You know you a little kid. Your mama keep telling you your ass better stop for your ass. You gonna have to learn the hard way.
Yep.
And I feel like I hate to say it, bro. But when you see all these people in the comments trying to say how dumb he is, bro, listen, just let him learn on his own.
Absolutely.
Because to be honest, I feel like she probably took his virginity, and that's why he is the way he's so stuck, bro. I guarantee you that's probably why he's stuck on her like that, bro. She probably. Listen, I'm not.
I don't that's his wife now. We gotta show respect. I don't want to
disrespect her, but we have seen some raunchy videos of her.
We gotta show some respect.
So I'm pretty sure.
To Miss Hunter.
You know, she probably done some things to him, and he was like, "I can't let this go. No, I can't let it go nowhere. I can't." Like my boy said on Instagram, he said, "Man, when you lose your favorite eater, right? The only thing about that is they don't lose that appetite." So
he just contemplating, just thinking.
Cause we didn't all been through. Well, not Mike, cause he been married. He been with the same woman since he was in high school.
Facts.
But listen, fellas out there, we done all went through it before. We like, damn, bro. I know she finna God, and there ain't nothing you can really do about it.
You so, just have your images of
like Mike F say, she put that snapback on him, and he was hooked.
Facts, but for me, I'm like no prenup. Hey man, we see a lot of guys, get married with no prenup, and we see the guys. So should you shun guys that do sign, that get their wives and stuff to sign prenups?
Man, no, because at the end of the day, bro, you still gotta protect your asset, right? It's things that I can put into play for her to be able to make her own money,
right,
without being able to touch mine if this don't work out. No, because marriage is not forever. Because to be honest, like
he gonna have people in our comments.
Damn, fuck it. I don't give a damn because marriage is not forever.
Okay.
Nothing is promised forever.
Right.
But death and taxes.
Right.
And last time I checked, that marriage is not on that list. So you see, especially now, bro, because it's so much harder to stay with one person for so long because there's so much temptation. And everybody know Travis Hunter, right? All these women see why he with her. She did.
Right.
I can take him. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna have to deal with that. But he I don't know if he didn't sign a prenup or not. People might just be assuming this.
Right.
But at the end of the day, bro, as a young man, a young black man, bro, you still have to protect home. You should be able to protect your assets without having to give somebody, because I'm the one I understand you being by my side, but I can help you build your business. I can help you, I can give you the money if this is what you need, right? I'm your provider now.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be your provider if we not together no more. If you came to me with a bag, that's what you better leave with that same bag.
Man, I looked at it like this, bro. Because from my experience, I had my wife sign a prenup when we first got married. That was my mom preached. And then I just looked at it as a woman that's willing to sign that, you ain't got to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? I'll kind of worry about the woman that don't want to sign it for whatever reason, because if you supposed to just love me for me and supposed to just be here for me, why does this money matter? Why does the money matter to you? Why does it matter that, oh man, I need to get half? Like, why is that? So for me, my wife signing it showed me I never had to use this thing. You know what I'm saying? And I put that like on my kids. I was like, nah, bro, I'm never using it, because the fact that you were willing to sign it, that showed me enough right there that you love me enough that you was willing to sign it. I'll never have to use them. I'll never use it. Even if we do divorce, even if we do, I don't even want to talk like that. We'll never divorce. But if that was a possibility, I wouldn't use it just based on the fact that she did sign it.
My thing, have you seen that video? It's a guy. I don't know what he do, but obviously he got a bunch of money. He was asking his wife to sign a prenup. She started crying. Why are you asking? Like, no, bro, you not for me.
Yeah.
Because if like you said, if the money is not an issue, if you love me for who I am, if I ask you to sign, because at the end of the day, I feel like as a man, regardless of how fucked up that marriage is, you still should be like, you know what, we was together for this. Here you go.
Right.
Here you go.
Right.
Here you go.
Right.
Regardless if you fucked up with me or not, here you go. Because especially if we got kids together.
Right.
I'm not just finna.
Come on,
you know
now.
what I'm saying?
You gotta be a man about yourself.
You be a man about it, and that's just being a man in general, like,
Right.
Especially if this woman that carry your children, and the kids, if the kids gonna live with her,
Right.
Here you go.
Yep.
Matter of fact,
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy y'all a house. I'm gonna make so you don't have to look. I'm gonna
Right.
get y'all a house, and here go you some money.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
It's not part of our agreement, but me being a man and a father, because you gonna be taking care of my kids majority of the time. Here you go. It's
Absolutely.
probably dudes out there like, boy, fuck no.
Nah.
Get that bitch out the house. Like,
Nah, facts. But you a real you a real one. You know what we talking about. You knowing like, hey man, just for my sanity, for my peace, you taking care of my kids. I want to make sure y'all good. Here you go. And that's pretty much what Pat talking about. And that kind of segues into our next topic I wanted to get into, man. This was a juicy topic, man. Last week we had RG3 talking about how Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark, and he made this whole statement about how Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark, and then Mr. Ryan Clark, man from LSU, he made a statement about RG3, saying that RG3 cannot talk about black women based on the fact that he's married to a white woman. What was your thoughts on that whole situation with them two? And then RG3 responding, trying to get Ryan Clark fired. Talk to me.
so let's go start off with the RG3 situation.
Okay.
With him saying Angel Reese hate Caitlin Clark. You know what's so funny, bro?
What's that?
Is that I'm happy for Angel Reese, and you know what she has. Obviously, she done brought some awareness to WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just be real. The people watching WNBA because of the Caucasian lady, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say it.
Yeah.
Angel
Yeah.
Reese, you are a beautiful young lady. But the thing about basketball is, like somebody said, if you were 4 inches shorter, you would have a regular job. Because the thing about Angel Reese is, it's too much miss, rebound. Caitlin Clark getting the ball, dribble, crossover, dime, dribble, crossover, 3-ball. I'm getting to the rack. Watching her is exciting, right? And this goes into my point where I said a long time ago, y'all need to lower those fucking rims.
Not lower the rim again.
Bro, listen,
now we're not back to the lower the rim
if
again.
I'm going back to this every time. If they lower the rims to where women could always dunk, if there were women always dunk, if there was another version of Caitlin Clark, but in a dunker version, if there was a female dunking like how Caitlin Clark can shoot, the WNBA would be turned the fuck up, bro. I'm telling you it would.
I'm thinking, because I'm
And
trying
they
to
want to talk about
imagine, like women dunking and then being like,
That's
you know,
what I'm
like,
saying. Like, just seeing that, like, people go, oh, okay, I see. But the thing is, y'all want to talk about equality. You're not even using the same size basketball. You're using a smaller basketball.
They got small hands.
That's not my fault. Lower the rim. You not like you think about females in the WNBA, bro. 6'1", you playing center.
Yeah, don't make
That's
no
a
sense.
point guard in the NBA, bro. Like you 6'1", 6'2", you a center in the WNBA, bro.
Yeah,
That's a point. That's a small guard. That's Bronny James is 6'1".
Yeah. I thought Bronny James was taller than that, but yeah, no, I feel you.
So that point where he said that she hates Caitlin Clark, they had a whole montage of every time Caitlin Clark do something, you see Angel Reese, like giving her that eye.
Yeah. So do you agree with him? Do you think she hates her? Do you think it's just really a competitive edge?
I don't think she hates her. I think she might be somewhat envious.
Yeah.
Because like she always trying to say, they not watching the WNBA for just one person. They watching for me too. You know, whenever they were, but it's like, and she was like, oh yeah, I want to play the bad guy. I'll be the bad guy. No, the only bad guy role that people cared about, that people loved to watch, was LeBron when he was in Miami.
Yeah.
That was the only bad guy role that people cared about in sports. Like, no, I'm sorry, Angel Reese, that's not you. Now to the Ryan Clark speaking on RG3 wife being Caucasian.
Yeah.
She was just sitting in the back like,
just
like
sipping her
when
tea.
he was talking about Angel Reese hating Katie Clark. She was.
Yeah.
I think that's what fueled it though. Her, especially her sitting in the background, like just enjoying every little moment of it. That kind of fueled it because a lot of people was going at RG3, bro.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like you should involve. I get where Ryan Clark went with it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, bro, how can I talk to you about the NFL and I ain't never make it?
Right.
How can I tell you how to win the lottery if I ain't never like? How can I tell you how to deal with a certain race of women if I'm not the one dealing with it?
Right.
I'm not saying RG3 ain't never dated a black girl, but there have been signs that RG3 has never dated a black girl, right? So I get where Ryan Clark was going with that, right?
Right.
But like RG3 said, bro, you don't involve people's family when we doing a take on.
Facts.
Ryan Clark was like, "Fuck that."
Because you could have went. You could have really attacked what I said instead of attacked my family and my wife. But
to get his point across, he had to let him know. Look, bro, you going where it's snowing. So you don't talk about our black queens if you going where it's snowing.
Yeah, facts.
Show us then. If you want to speak on a black woman, show us then. Show me the black women you done been with.
Yeah. And
prove to me that, okay, you know RG3, you right, bro.
Right. You understand. But if you don't understand, you can't speak on them.
So I feel like,
can he not have a take on a basketball player if he has a media outlet and things like that? He can have a take, right? He can have his own opinion.
Every freedom of speech,
right?
But you got listen, RG3. When you talk about black women, you got to be very careful.
Yeah,
you got to be very careful about what you say about these sisters, because it's this nigga ain't. You know what I'm saying? They got that going on for themselves. So, you got to be very mindful when you talk about black women, bro. Being a black man, right? Yeah. And then Emmanuel Acho kind of said it. He kind of hit the nail on the head. He was like, "We got two black men, right, speaking on a black woman, and not the two black men are going against each other and going against the black woman. They was basically going against, RG3 going against the black woman. So he's like, nothing really even getting solved here, but the black people going against each other.
Absolutely.
So, I kind of feel what Acho said, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I gotta ride with Ryan Clark, bro. RG3, bro. If you going,
I'm glad you picked a side.
If you going where it's snowing, you can't talk about black women, bro. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. You can't be sitting up talking about, oh, she hates her. She got so much malice in her. Like,
yeah.
Speak on saying. Just say he could have said. It looks like Angel Clark maybe have some jealousy or maybe somewhat envious. When you say, "Oh, look at how she was filed. Like she got filed, and that's hating her hard," and you can't say that, bro. You got no black woman, bro. You got a white woman at your house.
I think you said it perfectly, man. You definitely got to be mindful as a black man speaking on black women and trying not to always bash and not trying to,
because black women get bashed enough as is, bro.
As is, and
the black
men.
Listen. listen. That is true. Black women do bash other black women, and see, and that's another point.
They say black men bash.
They say black men bash black women. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you.
Social
I
media.
can kind of see why they say that on social media. You want to know why?
Why?
It's because. See, now they finna attack me.
Oh.
Hey, listen, all that independent, I don't need no man for. You only see that in our culture. That's another reason why men be like, bro, just be a woman. Just be a woman. Let me lead. I don't need no man. I don't need no.
Yeah.
All right. Well, why your tires bald? Why your dashboard look like a Christmas tree? All these lights on.
Right.
Your smoke detector beeping.
Yeah.
Your refrigerator light. It's little things like that. You can sit up and say you don't need a man for nothing. It's the little things that men do that women don't know how to.
True.
Right? A lot of women don't know how to change the tire. It take a man 2-3 minutes. Listen, hold on. Let me stop.
That's a lot of men. A lot of men don't know. A lot of men don't know how to change the tire. Let me be honest with you.
That's pathetic, bro. You don't know how to change the tire or change oil, bro. You got to figure something out about yourself as a man.
Facts. I guess we can go into, because this was kind of like something you touched on, was the Streamer University, bro. Did you want to get into that a little bit?
Next topic, bro. Streamers University.
Yeah.
Right.
What you thought about that,
bro? this was insane because I was on Twitch, right? Shout out Casanet.
Yeah. Kai doing the same
I
right
get
now.
what
Twitch.
he went with the streaming, what he was trying to do with Streamers University, and that shit took off, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I think it said there was so much watch time within a week on Twitch of Streaming University, it would have taken 2,700 years of watch time.
Wow.
In a
That's
week
crazy.
on Twitch.
Damn.
2,700 years of watch time, bro, in a week.
So that's just how many people were watching
Bro,
that stream.
I got on Twitch. I scrolled up to one, like on Twitch, as you swipe up, it just sends you to different random streams if you're not following people.
Right.
I'm swipe up, Streaming University, different person. I'm swiping. Everything Streaming University. Every person that was at that university was streaming on Twitch all at the same time, bro. And everywhere you went, it was so many people in those streams, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That was a fire ass idea for him to set up, and it was some people hating, saying he only brought people in with clout. All right, cool. Let's bring the awareness first,
right,
and then we can bring in everybody else to, you know what I'm saying, to get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
But that shit was crazy, bro. I couldn't figure out who streamed to watch because it was so much stuff going on at one time.
Yeah.
I was tuning in, but I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm gonna be real. Majority of my watch time was in India Love stream.
Look at you.
Hey, listen.
You just
Hey, boy.
a thirst trap.
India Love.
Listen.
You know what?
Let's just move on.
Listen, bro. I watched DDG stream. He was a professor. My boy, shout out Duke Dennis.
Okay.
He was in the building.
Yeah.
Cooking with Kaya.
Mm-hmm.
Rakai. It was a bunch of streamers that was on there that had some stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
It was a funny moment. Somebody snuck onto the campus.
What?
Somebody snuck on, and then one of the streamers was talking to him, just outside talking to him. He vlogging it though.
That's crazy.
Kai was like, get the fuck out of here. Like, he was mad, bro. Like, get out of here, bro.
You never know when Kai is mad though. That's what's the craziest thing, bro. You never know.
It was a lot of stuff going on with the Streaming University, bro, and a lot of people was like saying that he needs to take it to a bigger platform like Amazon or Tubi or one of these networks. I don't know what kind of whole Twitch got on him, bro, but he was like, nah, fuck that. I think I need to be keeping it on Twitch. Yeah. And the man said he thinking about doing a Streaming University in the UK.
Come on, man. Hey, he taking it worldwide, bro. What you thought about what he said about guarding your own ideas and
when he was saying like keeping the content like that kind of goes into when people be selling their masters and stuff like that. It's cool, but I feel like the whole idea of you getting into the streamer universe, a lot of people who kind of like up and coming is to you get into streaming so you can get a bag, right? I'm showing people my lifestyle. I should feel like I should be getting a bag for this, right? So, and I'm pretty sure it's some crazy funny Mike. I mean, $200,000 in 40 minutes, and he let the cameraman. He showed him how much money I just made. Tell him the exact number. 40 minutes went by. He had made $219,000.
Damn.
And bro, and that's why you starting to see so many. T-Pain on Twitch, Ray J on there. You just starting to see some, because it's like, bro, all I gotta do is sit in front of this and talk to y'all. Yeah. About.
Yeah.
And this how much money y'all making? This make me and I
Pat about to start a Twitch, y'all. Y'all be in tune, man.
Hey, listen, we go to AD house. AD, my boy, like
that's our boy. We know AD.
We know AD. That's all we're saying. Everywhere we go,
we gonna make a shirt.
We know Aaron Donald. But yeah, that shit fire, bro. I thought Streamers University, honestly, this was my whole take on it. I thought it was gonna be like you bring in streamers, right, and then you got these top streamers that are there, the professors, who kind of give you ins and outs, nuances of little things that you can kind of do, how to keep your audience, hooked on, how to keep people how to keep your watch time up, how to keep people entertained and stuff like that. Like, some people they kind of talked about it a little bit, but it was more so like a party at that motherfucker, bro. Niggas was smoking weed, niggas was fighting, like where Kai got into a fight over his shiesty mask.
Damn.
DDG was a professor. He boxing with somebody in boxing gloves, bro. He fighting one of the students. Like,
bruh, I wish I was into that shit. They
snuck off the campus and went to a club and shit. Like, it was a whole bunch of stuff, bruh, that went on. I was kind of like, it's funny to watch, but I felt like had it been, I think it was too much for Kai to try and handle by himself.
I hear you.
Because, and you think about that, bro. He was only there for a week. And think about all these deans that's at these colleges that's dealing with this shit every year.
Right. Not on that level, but yeah.
And not on that level, but still having it's all these shit happening every day at school.
Man, in college, it's a little different, though, because the college, they like, bro, you paying for this shit. I'm going to teach what I teach, and you paying for it. So if you don't get, what you need out of it, it's on you. I'm still getting paid. That's how college professors kind of like their attitude is. Like, they getting paid regardless, bro.
Yeah, so because you got to pay for school, and you got to wake up. You ain't nobody finna make you go to class. Mm-mm. Because you want to know what? You paying for this. So if you don't want to come to class,
exactly,
I'm going to keep flunking you. I'm going to keep failing you. And that's your money going down the drain.
Exactly.
So, Mike, this is something I kind of thought about that we kind of brought up. Bro, who are your top 5, like, strongest quarterbacks that you've ever played for? I mean, I'm sorry. I said that you ever played for, that you ever played against.
Strongest quarterbacks.
Like in order, like from 5 to 1.
5 to 1. My strongest quarterbacks. I'm going to go number 5, Josh Allen, just based on him being 6'5", 6'6". When you hit him, you actually have to take him down to the ground. He's a tough guy to take down to the ground. Number 4, I got Russell Wilson, just early in his career, based on just, he used to get out of there, bro. If it wasn't, Marshawn getting the ball and he wasn't throwing it to Doug Baldwin and one of them, he was out of there.
That backspin move he had was
getting out of there. That's why I got him as strongest. I got him on both my lists, but 3rd I have Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers was a big, you'd be surprised how strong he is, bro. Like, he ain't just like, he gonna go down easily type quarterback. Like, he gonna talk his shit, and, you gonna have to light him up. Yeah. Number 2, I got Tom Brady. Tom Brady, just off the strength that he go get the ball out. And he gonna take a hit and get that ball out.
And if
you know what I'm saying? He go take the pause. He's going to release the football fast enough to where if you hit him, he's gonna still get the ball off.
Yeah.
So that's why I got him down on this list as number 2. And my number 1 for strongest quarterbacks I played against is Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ben, especially late in his career when he put on
Big Ben for a reason.
Bruh, when he put on that, it wasn't muscle. That was just fat. He was just late in his career. Bro, he was still hard to take down at that age in his career. So 5 Josh, 4 Russell Wilson, 3 Phillip Rivers, 2 Tom Brady, 1 Ben Roethlisberger. And that's just in my opinion. Everybody else got their own list.
All right, Mike. So who are the top 5 shiftiest quarterbacks you ever played against?
Top 5 shiftiest quarterbacks.
5 to 1.
5 to 1. Hey, hey, this list gonna be kind of crazy, but just think it's based on my opinion and the guys I went against. Number 5. Who you think I got for number 5? Just one quarterback off the top of your head. All right,
I have no idea.
He ain't got no idea. All right, I got my 5 is gonna tear everybody up. Sam Darnold. Darnold, most shiftiest. Played him at the Jets, and I played him when he was at the Vikings, I think, and just couldn't.
What?
Yeah, couldn't get to him, bro. Like he was getting out of there. He was playing for the Jets, came to LA, and I think they won a game. They only won 2 games. It was good versus us and somebody else because he was running the ball. He was running, bro. Like he had 100-some yards that game. Number 5, that was number 4 is Josh Allen. He's still shifty. He's getting out of there. Yep. Number 3, Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray. Come on now. Come on.
He only 5'6".
He only 5'6", and he running. Number 2 is Russell Wilson. Early in his career, I got most shiftiest. And number 1, obviously, Lamar Jackson, man. Lamar Jackson.
Listen, I'm not gonna. You scared me.
Right.
I didn't think you was gonna say
You
Lamar.
didn't think I was gonna have
You
Lamar?
scared me.
So Lamar number one. I played against Vic, but Vic was like later in his career, so he wasn't, moving around as much. But definitely Lamar. I remember just watching the back of Lamar jersey, like, dang, he pulling away from me. I cannot catch him up. So yeah, bro, that's my top 5 for most shiftiest quarterbacks.
The topic been going on, bro. Basketball then versus now. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not trying to hear that then shit at all. I'm not trying to hear that.
And why is that?
I'm gonna tell you why, bro.
Why?
Niggas was out there snorting. Niggas was doing cocaine and drinking beer. I don't want to hear that, bro. Like, the athletes not today, bro, way more athletic than they would cook. You would get them people back then would get cooked, but they talking about but the hand checking, blah blah blah. That's, bro. You slamming somebody on their head because they going to the. That's not basketball, bro.
I feel you.
That's not basketball. Oh, I'm gonna show him he ain't supposed to come to the rim. I'm gonna slam him on his head, bro. That's not basketball.
On the hardwood.
I'm gonna put him on the ground because that's not basketball, bro.
Nah,
you don't want to get fouled. You don't want to get fouled like that,
right?
So
right.
why? How you gonna sit up and say that's cool to do, bro?
Right.
I'm not trying to hear that, bro. Kevin Durant back then would cook everybody.
Yeah. I'm with you, bro.
They talking about LeBron wouldn't make it back then. Yes, he would. He bigger, stronger, faster than everybody right now.
Right. So he definitely would have ran by everybody in them days.
Talking about LeBron wouldn't have been doing that. Yes, he would have. Because he jumping over everybody now.
Right.
Everybody more athletic now.
Will the rules be the same? You remember how fouls was called back in that day and how fouls called now? Would that have to play?
Jordan got every call. So yeah. That's what I'm saying.
We seen them bad boy Piston days, so we all knew they had rules. Like, it literally looked like they was playing football out there, bro.
This is my thing, bro. When you see how Jordan was dunking on people, like, and you telling me now the way the guards are taking off now.
Yeah.
They not, bro. I think if I could take Derrick Rose in his prime and put him back then, somebody gonna get put into the mat like D-Wade did Verjao. He doing that at least once or twice a game, bro. I'm not trying to hit none of that.
I'm just saying, if the rules are called the same, I'm not sure how long he gonna last. I'm just talking about. I'm not just talking about Derrick Rose.
Though.
I know it ain't basketball, but that's what they was doing back in the day. Are we comparing this or not? That's what they were doing back in the day. If you take them players and take them back in the day and play back in the day, they go getting slammed.
Steph Curry cooking. Who gonna guard Steph Curry?
See, nobody guarding
because they talking about. Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, and so. They used to run.
They wasn't hitting from no logo.
They not running around like how Steph Curry was running around, bro.
Nah.
He literally runs like, and then you got them moving ass screens that the Warriors be setting that they never call for him, bro. Like he
said the moving ass screen.
He's shooting from the parking lot.
Yeah,
they talking
that's
about,
the thing, bro. I don't think nobody would have guarded him all the way back at the logo. Back
they don't
in the
even guard him way back, like now.
And they know he can shoot from.
And
right
you
there.
know he can shoot from back there.
It's just it's not reasonable for you to pick up somebody half court and just be on them. But he the one guy. As soon as he cross half court, you like you can't go nowhere, bro. I'm not letting you shoot this ball, bro.
Listen, I'm gonna give you my 5 that I'm taking back.
Come on, talk to me.
Taking back. See, to the 80s, right?
All right.
Point guard, I got Steph Curry.
Okay.
At my 2, I got D-Wade.
Okay.
At my 3, I'm putting Bron.
Okay.
At my 4, I'm putting Giannis.
Okay.
I'm putting Giannis at the 4. Okay. At my 5, I'm getting Joel Embiid. Because Joel is one of them big so fast. No, but I'm saying but that's my 5 because Joel. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't even think Joel be hurt, bro.
He just sitting out because he don't want to play.
Bro, listen.
But go back to your point.
So Joel is one of the men, one of the bigs that can play back to the basket. And he can spot up, he can face up and shoot. He can really do everything.
Yeah.
He one of those bigs that's kind of old school and he kind of a tweener, right?
I hear you.
He can play both. Giannis,
ain't
nobody
guarding him.
He can dribble. He get up the court in 3 dribbles. He can't really shoot, but he can get the rim. He effective on defense.
Right.
He got long ass arms. He can rebound. He can defend. He can kind of do it. He can score whenever he wants to. We already know what KD can do. We know what LeBron can do. I got D Wade at the 2 and Steph at the 1.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
That's a solid team. Take back to the 80s, bro. I would love to see that, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
We're gonna have to simulate that or something on the game.
Yeah, simulate that shit on 2K or something. Man, if you're an athlete out there headed to the league, share this episode. There's nothing worse than watching talent get paid and still lose everything. So like, share, hit that notification bell to see what we got coming up in the future. So follow us at the Brockcast on Instagram, mbrockers90.
Fetty __ Fat at Instagram.
At Instagram. And if y'all been rocking with us from the beginning, man, y'all know the motto. Don't get ready, stay ready. Peace.